Meow, my friends. The world's hottest party just kicked off in Riyadh, and I'm not talking about a royal wedding. Global leaders have gathered for COP30, ready to sweat it out over climate change as temperatures soar higher than a camel's hump in the desert sun. The big news? A whopping $300 billion commitment to help developing nations tackle climate challenges. That's right, folks. The world's richest nations have decided to open their wallets wider than a camel's mouth in an oasis. But before we pop the champagne, let's remember that climate experts are calling for $1.3 trillion annually. It's like trying to put out a house fire with a water pistol. Utterly pants, if you ask me. Simon Stiell, the United Nations climate change head honcho, called this financial commitment an insurance policy for humanity. Because nothing says we care like treating the planet like a second-hand car, am I right? With a measly $300 billion, we're basically getting third-party, fire and theft coverage, when we need comprehensive insurance against Mother Nature's full wrath. Speaking of wrath, 2024 is on track to be the hottest year on record, with temperatures approximately 1.54 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The Earth is heating up faster than my laptop during a Netflix binge, and that's saying something. At this rate, we'll be frying eggs on the pavement faster than you can say climate crisis. Meow. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the oil rig in the desert. It's bloody ironic that this climate shindig is happening in Saudi Arabia, the oil capital of the world. It's like asking a fox to guard the henhouse, but hey, at least the air conditioning will be top-notch. The Saudis are talking a big game about renewable energy these days, but they're still pumping out more oil than a teenager's face before prom night. Talk about greenwashing, they're practically tie-dyeing the desert. Now, let's chat about those nationally determined contributions, or NDCs as the cool kids call them. These are basically countries' climate homework assignments due every 5 years. And just like homework, some countries are more likely to turn them in than others. Brazil's President Lula da Silva is pushing for more ambitious goals, probably because the Amazon is burning faster than my toast on a Sunday morning. But with the next round of NDCs due by February 2025, we'll see who's been a swot and who's been skiving off. But here's the kicker, my friends. While we're all patting ourselves on the back for these grand commitments, enforcing these agreements is about as easy as herding cats in a sandstorm. We've got trust issues deeper than the Mariana Trench between developed and developing nations, and more loopholes than a crochet convention. It's like trying to build a house of cards in a hurricane. Good luck with that. Oh, and let's not forget the Global Greenhouse Gas Watch Initiative. It's like Big Brother for emissions, keeping an eye on who's been naughty or nice when it comes to pumping out CO2. Because nothing says global cooperation like constant surveillance, right? I can just imagine the reality show keeping up with the carbonations. Now, if you're feeling as hot and bothered about this as I am, smash that like button harder than a climate denier's arguments. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? It's free, unlike the trillions we'll need to save the planet. But seriously, folks, as we watch these leaders duke it out in Riyadh, let's remember what's at stake. We're talking about the future of our planet, our home, our big blue marble floating in space. And right, meow, it's heating up faster than a Twitter argument about pineapple on pizza. Let's not forget the small island nations, shall we? They're watching these negotiations like it's the finale of Love Island, except instead of a cash prize, they're hoping to keep their actual islands above water. Talk about high stakes. And what about those multilateral development banks pledging $120 billion annually by 2030? That's like promising to bring a bottle of water to a 5-alarm fire. Cheers, mate, but I think we might need something a bit stronger. As for technological innovations, we're hearing a lot about carbon capture and storage. It's like trying to put the genie back in the bottle, except the genie is billions of tons of CO2, and the bottle is, well, we're still working on that part. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll figure it out before we all need scuba gear to check our mail. So, as COP30 unfolds, we'll be keeping a close eye on the proceedings. Will we see real action, or just more hot air? Will countries step up with ambitious plans, or will it be business as usual? One thing's for sure, the clock is ticking and Mother Nature isn't known for her patience. She's more like that strict teacher who won't accept late assignments, except instead of detention, we get rising sea levels and extreme weather events. Jolly good fun, eh? In the end, my friends, COP30 is like a high-stakes poker game where the chips are our future and everyone's trying to bluff their way to a greener tomorrow. Let's hope someone has an ace up their sleeve, or we might all end up folding to climate change. And that, dear viewers, is a bet none of us can afford to lose. I'm Ron de Parmesan, and this has been another Newscat special report. Thank you for watching, and don't go far because another breaking story is right around the corner.